So, hi everyone, I'm Caroline, I'm business analyst at Odoo, and I probably hate paperwork as much as you do. And if you like it, well, you should know that you're a hero. And if you love it, you should know that there is an SAP event right there in Brussels. But no, for me, really, dealing with paperwork feels like going through the 7 stages of grief. I mean, always start with denial, right? You can just pretend it doesn't exist. And the funny thing is that the more important the document, the longer the denial, all right? But at some point, the guilt kicks in. You know, when you start thinking about all those opportunities that you had to actually perform this task, and you choose deliberately not to. But at some point, I don't have any other choice just to face it, right? So here comes the print battle. We all know it, because we all know that printers, they always need something, right? They want ink, or they want paper in, or they want paper out, you know. And there is this Bluetooth mystery. Never could solve it, actually. So at some point, I just slip into depression because I realized that now I have to find a print shop. And you see, I live in the countryside, and print shops are mainly in the city. And print shops never open when you need them, right? And when you finally find one, they never accept cash. No, they only accept cash, which of course I never carry with me, because I'm sort of a millennial, you know. And then stage 5 to 6 looks pretty much like chaos, and then probably phase 1 to 4 again, until finally I reach it. I did it. I print my document, I signed it with my hand, I scan it and send it back with my phone. This is acceptance relief, but most probably I'm already feeling guilt for something I'm not doing at the moment, but that's another story, right? So, why does it have to be so hard? You know, we've all been there, right? Wasting time and energy on things that should be easy, but somehow become major operation. And as CEO of your own company, you know the signature as well, right? There is the logistic, I mentioned it before. You fight with printer, with scanner, while you may as well need to secure a signature while on the go. And then there is the tracking. You need to know who has signed the document, who has not signed it yet, and you wait for signature to come back, just hoping people won't forget about it. And then there is the storage. There is those pile of documents that you need to properly store in a secure way and make it easily acceptable, right? And this is where Odoo Sign step in. So you may probably know it because Odoo Sign is a new, so it's one of our fully integrated app that really allows for a seamless process. Because now you can just send a request from basically any place of the database, anywhere you're working at the moment. And let Odoo works for you, because Odoo will send notification, it will send reminders to the people you're waiting signature, and once the documents are signed, it will store them automatically at just the right place. But enough talking, just let me show it how it works in action, right? So, as I mentioned before, I'm Caroline, and I'm also the CEO of my own company. And I'll just show you how I manage, in a very simple way, all my signed documents. Now, let's obviously start with my Sign app. So I just open the app, and here I arrive directly on my dashboard. So in one blink of an eye, I can directly check where are the different signatures that I'm waiting for. But this is not what I want to show you now. I would like to start with my template, because you see, I'm in the middle of a negotiation with an important client, and he wants me to sign an NDA before we move further with the negotiation. So here is a template. I don't have any NDA because this is one of my first clients, but no worries, I just create one in just a few clicks. So I upload my PDF here, and then I can choose my document right there, which I prepared before. And here I have all those fields, and I can just drag and drop information to my PDF very easily. There is one thing that actually is important, because in my documents, I Actually, I would like it to be very easy for my client to sign documents. So here, I would like the system to automatically fill in as much information as possible so they can save time, okay? So I'm going to create some new information like the streets, the zip, and the city, which are not there yet. So I'm going back to my documents here, sign. I'm switching to debug. Sorry for that, here. Okay, it's there, going back to sign, and here in the configuration, opening the field type, right? And here I'm just creating very quickly the street field and link it with the correct partner field. New, zip, zip, new, city, oh sorry, oops, this is a text, and city, save, and that's it. Back to my template. I can open again my NDA, and here appearing those new fields. Sorry. So just going there, adding the name first. All right. Sorry. Oops. Just there. I just resize so it fits perfectly there. There, the street. Oops. The zip. And the city. So as you just saw, if I click here on my field, I can completely do the setup, meaning that I can choose a placeholder for my field. I can also choose which role is going to sign it. Here in my case, this is a customer, but I can have actually as many roles as needed, all right? Then the alignment, and is it a mandatory field or not? And in my case, this is obviously mandatory, right? So I validate and I scroll down, okay? Oh, here actually my client is quite picky about his data, and I would like to give him the choice about what I should do when our agreement ends, right? So I'll just drag and drop some radio button to allow my customer to choose which option should suit them best, okay? So creating 3 options, validate, and the system creates as many buttons as I needed, could create 100 if I wanted. And that's it. Now, just at the end, the signature, of course, and the name. And here again, signature, but in this case, it's my signature, so it will be filled by a user. I validate, and here, adding the name, the system will take back the last use role to create this, the field. And that's it, okay? Oh no, I realized that I forgot the initial. You know how boring it is to actually add your initials on every corner of paper, right? So let's just make it easy. Also, the responsible user will be my customer, and I can add once or add in one click on all pages, which is obviously what I choose, and that's it. Perfect. Back to my template. Just one last thing before I close it. I want to go to my template properties to go a bit further here. And actually, we just launched our e-commerce, and I would like to nudge my client into visiting him so I can just sell more. All right, so here, I'm going to use a redirection of the link. I'll just take here the address, right? Back to here. Okay, and then adding the shop. That's it. I can set up a name for this button so it's clear where they are going to go if they click on the call to action. So this is a visit or shop. And it's perfect, done. Now, as I'm CEO of my company, I spend way too much time already signing documents. So what I want to do is really ease the process. So I'm going to my profile here, and I'll add directly my own signature so I don't have to do it on every single time I will sign documents. So I just load a signature. It should be over here. Perfect, it's there. Adapt and sign, sorry. And here the digital, I mean, it's very fine for my initial, just changing maybe the police. And that's it. Saving and back to work. So now the good thing is, as I mentioned before, I can actually send a request for a signature from anywhere in the database. And in this case, I want to do it directly from my CRM, because here you see on my opportunity, I have a reminder to send the NDA. So clicking on the button and directly request a signature, system opens it. I can select my brand new NDA. Okay, it's there. I can select my customer. This is Stephanie, right? From Epsilon. The user will be signing is me, obviously. I'm just adding a signing order because I would like to sign it before her, okay? So just removing it and changing it. So the good thing is that once I will have signed it, she will get a notification that document is ready for signature, okay? Then there is the validity. I really would like to move further with this cell faster. So I'm going to put a little bit of pressure here and just shorting a bit the validity by just giving 1 month. So here, just doing +1m, I'm setting the dates and Odoo will compute the perfect date. And this is possible on actually every date record in the database, and every date field, sorry. Then there is the reminder. Obviously, I would like to send a reminder every 5 days. I'll add just a quick message. Hello, Stephanie. Here is the document we've been talking about. Best, Caroline. And send. Right, the system directly then opens the document, so actually I can review it. Perfect. Here in the top left corner, I can choose to sign it directly, which I will do. Sign now, I'm clicking to start. So here in the top right corner, this is a left-right question, right, for people who like it. On the top right, left, I'm lost now. There is the signature, you see what I mean. So I can check who is signing. It's me at the moment. So just clicking to start, up, I'm done, click, 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 that's it. Okay, perfect. Here I can see that there are other documents waiting for me, but as you know, I'm quite in denial, so I'll just actually go back to my opportunity. Great, now, let's see what happens for Stephanie. So Stephanie just received an email here saying that a document is ready for a signature. By clicking on the sign, directly she will be taken on her personal link to sign the document. If you want, you can add a second step of verification with SMS code, right? But I'm not doing it at the moment. And here, there is also this little message. If Stephanie doesn't want to hear about me anymore, she can just snooze this message, and the document will be automatically refused, right? And she won't receive any further reminders. But she wants to sign it. Let's go. Again, click to start. Name autofield. Zip autofield. City autofield, street autofield. How fast it is. Initial, should just sign all page once. Next. Sorry, here I have to choose my preference. So of course I'm going to ask to destroy all materials because I'm very careful about my data, all right? Next, sign. She can load her signature or she can play with police if she wants. She'll just sign all here, add her name and send. That's it. Honestly, if I have this on every single document I need, I would sign them directly, no more waiting. And then she's going to visit her shop, by clicking there, and then she can just start checking the different products that we have and maybe directly buy 1 or 2. Great. So we've seen how I could create a template. We've seen how I could create generate a signature request from basically anywhere in the database, and we've seen how the client can accept the document. Now, I would like to just show you how I can track the document and how they are stored in my application. So here in the sign application, I can here control directly that my document has been fully signed. It's very visual because it appears in green, you know? And just there, I have another document which has been refused by Anita. This is the code of conduct. We adopted a new code of conduct, and Anita, I don't know why, she refused it. Let's just check. Opening the document. Sorry, it's not what I meant. I'm just going to open it from here, go to the details. And here in the chatter, if you check that, you can see that actually Anita refused it because she has concern about paragraph 3. And she would like to get more information because she signed it. And I actually kind of understand this. So I'm just going to log a note directly to my HR manager, my HR officer, which is Mark. And I'm logging a note saying, please contact Anita about her concerns. Log. That's it. Back to my document. Here. I can also check whether the state is to sign or fully signed, etc., etc. You could even actually create a full integration with the document app, but as the document app has been completely revamped, I'm not going to mention it now, but there is a talk about it actually right now. But that will be online as well, so no worries. So that's about it. So what have we seen? We've seen that with Odoo Sign, you can go entirely paperless. So you are going to the document talk, I suppose. So you could see that with Odoo, we are going entirely paperless, which is great. No more printer nightmares. There is the tracking. Odoo automatically sends reminders, sends notification, and so on. And then the storage, which is completely automated. Thank you for listening, and I'm ready for your question.
So we do have a few questions for you. So maybe the first one: how legally binding are signatures with Odoo Sign?
This is a good question. So the protocol that we use is actually valid in United States and Europe and most countries in the world. If you want to have the list, you can go to the documentation of Odoo. There is a documentation on the sign, and there is the complete list of the country. Just know that there are 3 actually levels of validity for the signature. There is the simple, there is another one, the second, and then the qualified. And we provide a simple signature level. But all the information is really accessible on the net.
Great, very clear. Another one, are you planning to integrate Sign with sales application?
So that's a good question. So for the moment, what we are planning to do, if I go back to my app here, you saw here in the autofill type, I could create actually a new type using the address and the partner. The next step for us would be to allow to use basically any field from the record, from the model we are generating the request from. So the idea would be to, for example, be able to take the total amount of a sale order and to integrate it in a document. But for the moment, it's not possible. And to go even further in an integration between Sign and Sales app, it could be a plan, but more on the long run.
Great, thank you. Another one, so does Odoo Sign support only Latin alphabet?
Actually not. There is more to it. So for, here, when I up on the profile in my signature, I can actually here generate my signature with Latin alphabet, but we actually support more. But if you want to do it, maybe it's best that you go to the eSign booth that is at the end of all 7, so you can directly check with Ortex how to do it.
Okay, thank you. Another question, maybe one of the last one. Why was AI not used to auto-identify certain fields or setups from documents and add the correct sign fields to the PDF?
That's a good question, and this is something that you should definitely talk with our product owner about directly at the eSign book, I think.
Yeah, great. They're all available
Yeah.
for you. That's a cool thing. Maybe a last question. If a document is refused, can we add some reasons to provide?
Of course. So maybe I went a bit too fast on this one. So in the sign process, so for example, let's go here. I could actually, no, not there, sorry. There. Yeah, I'm going to sign it now. And here you can see that I can refuse my document. And when I click there, I'm asked to provide a feedback. So then there is an actionable feedback. And I mentioned it before, but this feedback will be logged in the chatter of the signature document. So you can act on it later.
Okay, so maybe a very last one. Can we add some pictures, so JPEG or PNG on a document?
I guess, yes, you could. I imagine that you could add in your PDF document probably any picture you can, so you make it better, and this would be PDF. I'm not sure I understand the question actually, so if you want, we can just discuss this after the talk.
Yes? Okay, so I think we are done with the time. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Caroline, again. If anybody of you has other question, of course, feel free to come to us and ask. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.